Today, we're reacting to every single world record in Mario Kart World. I'm gonna be probably very surprised on a couple new strats here, but before we begin, make sure to join my Discord server, link in the description, and without further ado, let's get into this. Alright, so we're starting off on Airship Fortress. This one here is by Technical, which is a top time trialer in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as well. So he is taking over this game as well. So we're going off the rail there, and just getting as much as possible. Going to the other rail. Okay. Wow. So that's a very, fast beginning section there. What do we do here? Do you just... Okay, yeah, I get 2 tricks there. Makes sense. So it seems like getting multiple tricks is just useless. Or at least... It's slower, or at least useless here, it looks like. That rainbow. And also, it looks like... Okay, that... Wow! That is a sick shortcut. I honestly feel like... This record, honestly, there's not too much technical stuff on this record. To be honest. There's not that much technical stuff on this record. I feel like if I really practice this, I can get this record. I might go for it, to be honest. I might go for this world record, because it's not that advanced. I have to learn, 1 or 2 new strats on this, for this track, but I'm gonna learn those strats anyways. I might as well attempt at least getting the top 10. At least top 10, if not record. Because, I feel like it's just, the end of the lap and the beginning of the lap that is just going to be the hard part. Even this doesn't look that bad. But yeah, this record is very interesting to start things off with here, though. So, hey. It seems like coins are just useless here. Sticking at 11 coins. Is actually turning the camera like that, is that faster, or is that just... I don't think turning the camera like that would be faster. That wouldn't make sense for that to be faster. I don't think it would be. So yeah, there's that. Okay, Shy Guy Bazaar. This one uses Nabbit on the baby blooper, which is very interesting. And this one, I forgot who this one was by. I did not look at the name. So you go top half first here, interesting. The top half is actually the fastest way to do that. Interesting. So yeah, then you just take turns really tight. Baby blooper is really good mirror trouble stat. So that makes sense why they're using it, because this track has a lot of turns, so and it's easier to get mirror troubles out on this track. And then obviously do the ending shortcut. And then you'll get on that rail to kind of do this part. Okay. And get on the top route again. Makes sense. Then I'm assuming just repeat what we've seen the first lap. I don't think anything too different is going to stand out on this one. Yeah, another record that... A lot of these records don't look very technical. Just if you learn a few new strats, it's very easy to get records, I feel like, in this game. Maybe this is harder than it looks, but, I feel like if I practice this for, a day, I can at least get in the top 10. If I just spend, a whole day grinding out this track, I can at least get in the top 10. Probably. Maybe that's something I'll attempt to do. I might attempt to do that, to be honest. Comment down below if you want me to do that. I will do it. If it gets enough, if enough of you guys want me to do it, I'll definitely go for at least a top 10, if not a world record. But yeah, this track is, interesting. We're going to end off with the same mushroom cut, of course. I wonder if there's, okay, so you don't go on the rail at the end there, interesting. Alright, on Desert Hills now, this one is by Pi. Now, I have noticed Pi seems to be a really good player at this game. He has had a couple records from when this game released. I don't know how many he has, currently, but I know he did used to have the DK Spaceport record. I watched that run originally. I don't think he has the DK Spaceport record anymore. We'll find out soon enough, but So yeah, obviously, do that. Cause that cuts a lot off way more than I was expecting it to. And then I guess this is just like a really high speed combo here. So like, where are they gonna? Okay, so okay, yeah, you take that as inside as you can without hitting the Moai thing there. Drift into that, and then you have to like do a hop out so you maintain your speed. Interesting. Then the rest of this is pretty much just taking as tight lines as possible. Which means sure. And I'm assuming it's gonna do what they did on the first 2 laps for shortcut. Probably nothing be different, right? Yeah. This track, I mean, I don't know. Maybe if we find a use for Motion Glider, we can use like that top part at the end to kind of like do something. But otherwise, I feel like this track is pretty much at its limit with the strats. Alright, Whistletop Summit. This one is. That was weird that like startup was like a little delayed there, but so this track is. I've seen previous records on this track. This track is insane. I mean, you can already see, like, look at how insane this track is. You just, like, and then you just do this. Like, what is that? You just do that, and then this track is literally just rail grind, and then just do the most random stuff ever. Like, this track, you didn't, like, you barely touched the this track, you, like, barely touched the road on. Which is actually insane, that this is literally, like, this is the end of week 1 of this game. And there's already stuff like this where you just do not touch the road at all. Or you barely touch the road. That is actually insane. But yeah, this track is crazy. This track is crazy insane. I will admit. I cannot believe that this is like literally like week 1 strats of this game. And then you get on top of the train. Oh my god. That is just that is insane. This is gonna be a hard record to beat though. This one I feel like is gonna. I'm probably not gonna attempt this one. This track looks like a very fun track to learn. It looks like it takes probably like a lot of time to learn though. I mean the end there, I feel like the end you just go straight, which is interesting. But I feel like this is a track that I'm most likely not gonna go for in terms of TTs, but the other ones most likely I will, since there's not stuff like this. Like this track is just gonna it's insane. This track is insane. DK Spaceport. This one is by play. I have actually attempted this record. I'm like 2 seconds off of somewhat beating it. So I might have a chance on this track, to be honest. This track is not that complicated. This is probably the hardest thing on this track from what I've seen. And then the rest of it is pretty much just take as tight lines as possible. I mean, this is another thing you can do. You can just don't even go around to skip that ramp, and you can do that. But other than that, it's just taking the tightest lines as possible. To be honest, this track is not that complex. Oh, yeah, another thing. There's super bouncing in this game, as you can see right there. That's gonna be fun to learn. But other than that, this track is pretty self-explanatory in terms of like if I learn that super bounce, if I learn how to do the shortcut, which I already learned how to do the shortcut, so really all I have to do on this track is just learn how to take really tight lines and do super bounce, and I have a really good shot of getting record on this one. So I may go for it. I'm like 2 seconds off currently, so I mean I'm getting there. But yeah, this record is still crazy. Then here, yeah, just don't even worry about the wall riding stuff. No, I wonder something. Can you, like, drift on that orange part without losing any speed? Because if you can, that might look to be a strat. I'm gonna try that, and if I can get it, that is the easiest record of my life right there. Because then I can just take all the shortcuts. Even if I do that once. Koopa Troopa Beach. This one here is a 128 by, I believe... It's by Alberto. You know, the one of the best Mario Kart 8 Deluxe players, if not the best Mario Kart 8 Deluxe player in the world. So we're gonna see how crazy the strats in this one are. I mean, it seems like just take tight lines and then use your shrooms. I'm assuming you use shrooms on 2, 4, 5 or something like that. So you use... Whoa, okay! What? What? I was not... Okay. That just blew my mind. Okay. I have to learn how to do that. Like, just... What? 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 I'm actually so... Like, what? You can do that? You can just... Okay, I have to learn that. I have to learn that immediately. I did not know you can do that. I have to learn how to do that. That is insane. That is actually insane. You can just jump up on that. I mean, there's crates there. I guess that's intended, because there's crates there for a reason, I guess. So I guess that is intended, but I didn't really think... Interesting. Dino Jungle. This is gonna be an interesting track. I want to see... I have not looked at anything on this track yet. Except like the day 1 record on this track by Shortcat. That's the only thing I've seen on this track. So it's been a bit since I've looked at this track on time trials. I want to see if anything's changed. I mean, it's faster by 4 seconds. There's got to be some insane stuff in this one. I mean, obviously doing some insane rail grinding, doing shortcut. Interesting, streaming early to do boost charge jump. That's actually faster. Interesting. Can you do the shortcut here? Not yet as known of it looks like, but at some point I feel like we're gonna learn how to do the streamless cut, like a kind of Mario Kart Wii and Mario Kart 7, I guess. Can you do it in Double Dash? I don't know if you can do it in Double Dash. I didn't play enough Double Dash for me to know that. You could probably do it in Double Dash. I don't know though, but at some point we're gonna figure out how to do it in this game. That's for sure. At some point. So this record, honestly, does not have really anything too mind-blowing. Interestingly, there's like a ramp, like, in that gate section, which is weird. I feel like it's probably for something free roam related, but... Yeah, this track does not seem to be that much crazier. I mean, except for just a bunch of extra rail grinding stuff. Other than that, this track is pretty basic. I mean, not really, it's not basic, but, like, this track is not as crazy as some of the things that we're gonna see later. So I looked at a couple records before this, and let me tell you, this game is insane. But yeah, this is just, you know, that's something that takes a lot of time to do. But hey, this track, I'm curious because I heard there's a big shortcut on this track. I haven't seen it, but I heard there's a big shortcut on this track. So I'm curious what this shortcut is exactly. Okay. Okay, whoa. So you trick off that rail, go to this rail. It's like, okay, double trick. Super bounce, okay. You won't trick off the rail there. Now what do we do? What? 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 What the? Okay. Okay, wow. That is insane. This is literally... This game has been out for a week, and we are already doing stuff like this. What the heck? Okay. Okay, wow. I was not ready for this, apparently. I was just not ready for this, apparently. It's just like, how do people find this stuff out in 1 week? Like, actually, what? Like, what? Yeah, this is gonna be one of the most insane tracks in the game, I feel. Like, seriously. And I thought Koopa Beach was... I thought Koopa Beach was really good. This just knocks Koopa Beach out of the road. Like, what is this? Like, what is this? This is the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, what? People just decided to, like, just not drive on the road in this game. This Mario Kart game is just not touch the road at all. And I'm all in for that. I have to learn that shortcut, which is gonna be really hard, I feel, but we'll see. Alright, Peach Beach here. This one's by, I believe, a person named Jeff. Now, Peach Beach in this game got an insane makeover. It's 3 sections now. This track is actually one of the best tracks in the game now. For a second, I thought they found a way to do the ultra cut. For a second there, I thought there was a way to do the ultra cut from Wii in this game. I was about to freak out if that was possible. But okay, it's not yet. I hope it never will be, because actually I kind of hope it is. But at the same time, I hope it isn't, because I feel like if it is a thing, then people are just gonna be doing that online. I feel like there's probably a way to do it, but lap 1 is pretty basic. I'm assuming you use 1 stream on every lap, but I could be wrong. We go take the tight line, grab 1 coin, do the same thing here. Yep. And what do they do here? They just go straight? Just driving straight. Sure. Okay, you stream really early there. Okay, interesting. Very early stream spot. Interesting. Okay, and then lap 3. Now, the water section is what I'm curious about, because water in this game is very slow. So how are they going to go about this? Are they just going to drive straight? They're just going to drive straight. Okay. Some of my streams going to be used here. Yeah. The last stream used there, and then just, what, drive straight? Wait, do we get a mini turbo out? Then what, drive straight? Drive straight. Mario Kart World. This is a Mario Kart World record right here. Driving straight. Love it. Alright. Yeah, this track is insane. This track is... I love this track. This is one of my favorite tracks in the game, not even gonna lie. Alright, Wario Shipyard. This is gonna be an interesting track, I feel. I have not seen a single time trial on this track, so I don't know any other strats for this one. So this is my first time watching a world record on this track, so let's see. Let's see what strats we got here. So yeah, obviously don't touch the water, makes sense. Just try not to touch the water. That makes perfect sense, because water in this game is slow. Unless you can just get like a million tricks off of it. So yeah, no touching water, of course. I feel like this one's gonna be very basic. Let's just try to avoid as much water as possible, and then take tight lines, pretty much. Okay, you had a little bit of wall riding, but nothing too crazy. Okay, here we go. Here we go! What do we got? Okay, just a little bit of rail grinding. You know what, jump to the rail here. I do this online, so I learned that strat without even looking at the world record. And then, obviously do the same thing, repeat for 3 laps. Makes sense? This one, honestly, does not seem as insane as I was hoping it would be. You don't go top half here, interesting. I wonder if it has something to do with, like, the wave cycle, where you can just get enough tricks to where going top half is actually slower. Interesting. Okay. More rail grinding, of course. Makes sense. So, are they gonna go top half lap 3 or what? Or are they gonna do bottom path again, the water path. Guess we'll find out. I wonder why they use Pianta over like any of the other characters that have the same stats. I wonder if Pianta has more water speed than like Wario or the cow or something like that. That might be it. Pianta might have more water speed, which I think might be really good, would be really good on this track if that's the case. Because we do know that there is the ground speed stat, you know, the off road. I don't know about air, but I know there's water and stuff. So we know there's like the different speed stats. I don't know about air, but yeah. Okay, that is an interesting way to end off a track. This track, I'm not expecting much from. It's Sky High Sunday. There's not really much to expect from Sky High Sunday, but maybe there's something here that I don't know of. We'll see. Okay, rail grinding. Interesting. So this track is already better than the 8 Deluxe version. Okay, Shroom Spot right at the beginning there. Okay. And I'm assuming it's gonna be. I mean, it's just gonna be Sky Sunday like it is in 8 Deluxe, but with like rail grinding and stuff. So it's pretty much gonna be the record from 8 Deluxe with the world physics. And now what? Okay, wow. Yep, just do that, I guess. That is Sky High Sunday actually gonna be a real guys? I cannot believe I'm gonna say this, but Sky High Sunday might actually be a fun track now. It was not fun in 8 Deluxe or Tour, but no one talks about Tour. So, but this track was not fun in 8 Deluxe. But now this track might actually be fun in this game. I guess in 8 Deluxe it did have the cool shortcut at the end, but other than that, it was kind of, you know, basic. Like a lot of the 8 Deluxe tracks. But yeah, this track is honestly, I like this track now. Before I was okay with Sky High Sunday. Now I actually like the track. Just like, though, not like this is the best track in the game or anything. It's just like, this is maybe like top 15 tracks now. But yeah, this track is nice. And honestly, I might do a ranking of all the tracks based on like how like technical they are and how fun they look to play or something like that. That might be actually a really cool thing to do. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do that. But yeah, this track is actually kind of fun now. Alright, Starview Peak. I feel like this track is going to have something that makes this track insane. I would be surprised if this track doesn't have an insane strat on it. I would actually be shocked. I mean, this track has peak in the name, so it has to have a peak shortcut. I mean, the music on this track is already peak, so let's see if this track can be even more peak. I mean, like, so far pretty basic. I wonder where the Shroom Spot's going to be. Like, I really wonder. Oh, probably right here, right? Yeah, okay. And then do a little bit of a charge jump. Interesting to go for one rail, though. And then you don't drift around that turn. You literally don't drift around that turn. Not drifting around a turn is faster. First time I can say that sentence. That's crazy. That is insane. Okay. Oh, this is definitely one of the more basic records, though. I could tell. Nothing too crazy found on this track yet. I wonder, do you think you can cut all that off? You might be able to cut some of that off, some of that turn there, without do it shroomless. Well, you know, like take the cut shroomless on that turn. I want to say. I feel like you might be able to do it, but I don't know. I might try to figure something out there, but we'll see. So I'm gonna be messing around on a lot of these tracks to see if I can find new shortcuts or something like that. Like some of the ones like this track don't have like any like insane strats. I'm gonna try to find a shortcut on. So I guarantee there's one somewhere on this track. I guarantee it. There's gotta be one somewhere on this track. I'm gonna try to find it, and if I find one, then that will be nice. Because I'll have credit for it. But yeah, that's like the craziest thing this track has to offer. Which is kind of sad, knowing this track is one of the best tracks in the game to like look at. And also best sounding tracks in the game. Interesting though, but yeah. That's Starview Peak. Alright, this one uses Wario Baby Blooper. We're gonna see how this one goes, and I might go for this one, because, I mean, Wario Baby Blooper, Wario has the same stats as Cow, so, this is like my combo. Just replace Wario with Cow, and we have my combo here. So, I mean, so, they used the stream right at the beginning there, I forgot to mention that, but, you can just, I thought that, like, part was off-road there. I don't know why I thought that. Like, it's obviously not. I thought you would have skipped the glider and just went down, but I guess not. Maybe you can't go down there, I don't know. I haven't really tried it, so I don't know. Okay, we got wall. Okay, that is a crazy ending of the track there, but other than that, this track does not have much, much of insane stuff on it, you know? Okay, this track, honestly, is kind of basic. A lot of these tracks are basic. I mean, it's because we haven't really found much on a lot of these tracks yet. I feel like we have found, like, a shortcut on, like, half the tracks in this game. The other half are pretty bare bones in terms of stuff you can do. I mean, this is probably the coolest thing we can do on this track for now. Is that ending part, but other than that, this track really has nothing to offer in terms of shortcuts. But yeah. And that's the end of that track. Honestly, that track is pretty bare bones. Okay, Acorn Heights. I am interested to see this one. I feel like there's gonna be something really cool on this track. And I kind of want to know what it is. So we're gonna see if there's anything interesting on this track. I feel like there's gotta be something. I would be shocked if there was nothing on this track in terms of, like, insane stuff. I feel like there's something on this track. See, I want to get down. Oh, whoa. Okay, so you go down and then, like, go up. Interesting. I wonder where they use. Okay. Dude, I didn't even know there was a shortcut there. I actually did not know there was a shortcut there. And that's, like, the most obvious thing ever. How did I never see that? Until now. Well, good thing I, watched this record, otherwise I would not know about that obvious shortcut. Because I'm blind, apparently. Although, to be honest, I'm not really, like, I can't really, like, look for shortcuts in the middle of a race. Especially when there's, like, chaos happening. So I feel like I kind of have a... That's gonna be my excuse for not knowing about that shortcut. Yeah, this track actually has nothing insane on it, which is insane. I thought this track would have had something on it that would have made it stand out from the other ones, but I guess not. Now that I mean, I guess, like, what can you really do? Unless, like, if you can, like, get to that bottom part gliderless, if you can, like, jump off the apples or something like that, I feel like that's something. I feel like that's something in, like, 10 years we're gonna be able to, like, do that or something. Maybe not even 10 years. Maybe, like, 2 years, or maybe even, like, 1 year we'll be able to, like, get to that bottom section gliderless. By, like, jumping off, like, the little, like, floating thing or something. I guarantee you at some point we're gonna be able to do that. Alright, Dry Bones Burnout. This one is another Wario record. So this is gonna be interesting. I wonder what the shrimp spot is on this track. Honestly, I might say it's like right at the beginning. It might be like this beginning thing right here. Or you can just do that too and do a Trumos. Okay. Yeah, honestly, at this point, if I see a shortcut, I'm just gonna assume they do it without using a mushroom at this point. Because this game is insane. This game is actually insane. Like, seriously. What this game is like Mario Kart Wii shortcuts with like 8 no, it's not even just that. It's like Mario Kart Wii physics in shortcuts with like 8 Deluxe controls. It's really weird. It's like a mix of Wii and 8 Deluxe. Nintendo is actually listening to what we want for once. This is what Mario Kart 8 Deluxe should have been. Just being able to do just the craziest stuff ever, like, seriously. So, I mean, hey, as a fan of both Mario Kart Wii and 8 Deluxe, this game is a win-win for me. But yeah, this track is honestly I didn't actually see what they used to stream because I was kind of too busy yapping. Yeah, I'm a certified yapper for real. So we're gonna use the stream again. I'll pay attention this time. Oh, right here probably. No. At the end. Yep. Okay. So I mean, this track has a few insane strats on it, like the beginning wall ride and the ending like rail grinding stuff. So this track is pretty interesting. I feel like this track could still have a bit to learn. Like this is probably one of the most interesting sections of the track right there, and then the end of the track as well. And then this part right here is also kind of crazy. I mean, not really, but one of the it's not that crazy, but I feel like it's gonna be where we're gonna be after this game for a bit. All right, Bowser's Castle. Bowser owns the record, of course, because I mean it's his castle. Makes sense. I don't know about this track. I have not seen anything on this track yet, so I'm going on this one completely blank. So I wonder what they're gonna do here. What? What? You can just you can just skip that entire turn? Okay, wow. Wow. What? Okay. This track is crazy. This track is crazy insane. What the? Okay. I was not ready for this track to be one of the craziest tracks I've seen today. I mean, I was expecting something from this track, but not 2 shortcuts. Like, we had that beginning cut, and then we had the second cut, like, after the cannon, which is just insane. It's actually insane that this is, like, an actual thing. You just skip that turn. Oh, you know, guys, want to know something? You know how easy that would be to do with a feather? And you can pull feathers in first place. This track is going to be the best running track in the game, seriously. Combining that with this shortcut, you can get breakaways on this track easily. If you just hold feathers for that beginning cut, this track is easy to get breakaways on. I can already tell you that's going to be something that's going to stick with this game long term. This shortcut is pretty much like this shortcut here is pretty much as close as we're gonna get to the BC3 cut from Mario Kart Wii. This is as close as we're gonna get to that in this game. Like, wow. That is insane. And then we're going to see this one more time. Which is just crazy. It's just crazy that this is one of the most technical tracks in the game. It's not even like that technical. It's just the shortcut saves so much time that it looks more technical than it actually is. Like, wow, though. That is insane. Okay. Wario Stadium. N64 Warrior Stadium. This one I'm curious to see what it's gonna be like. So you get... Okay. I thought for a second they were gonna do the Mario Kart 64 shortcut, and I was about to freak out. That's still insane. That's still insane. That is crazy. You just ride like 50,000 rails on this track. This track is actually like crazy. And this track is insane. Let's just watch this. I'm not even gonna talk. Let's just explain it. Let's have this explain itself. I mean, like, that is an insane shortcut. I wonder, like, if you touch that ramp, could you, like, skip the track if you touch that ramp? Like, in the right, like, if you, like, jump to that ramp, I feel like it would probably count you out of bounds. But I wonder if there's, like, a way where, like, you can skip, like, a checkpoint and kind of, like, I feel like this track might have the potential to have an ultra shortcut on it. Like, I feel like there's something, like, right in front of us we're just not seeing yet. I just feel like I feel like right here, I feel like you can do something with that. Well, you can go to, like, that ramp and potentially do something. I feel like you can. I might honestly have to test something on this track after this video. Because, wow. This is just insane. And then you just cut that off, and then, yeah. Crazy optimized track. That is insane. Alright. Mario Brothers Circuit. The first track in the game. There's probably gonna be something to say on this one, isn't there? I mean, there's been something crazy in almost every track, so I'm expecting something here. This one is on an interesting vehicle. I don't even know what vehicle this is. It's definitely not one used by many people, though. How are they? Okay, so they get a trick there, and then they... Okay. One trick. Okay, double trick there. Another trick off that. Trick there, and then go for coins, and then... So you get double Mario Turbo, you get a trick, and then you get 3 coins there. Is there a low trick? Okay, no. I feel like you could apply a low trick in this game. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. But yeah, this track, honestly, it's just like a few like little road riding stuff, and then you're pretty much set on this track. There's not even like any wall riding or anything. So you release orange, you trick, and then you get a rainbow. Interesting. But yeah. So this track is really interesting for a beginner track. For the first track in the game. Definitely the most optimized and craziest first track of the game in the entire series. Like, this is, like, yeah. There's no way, like, any beginner track in the series is beating, like, the strats in this one. Every track in this game just has something crazy to it. Like, seriously. Like, it's just insane. Alright, Crown City. 3-second track, so we're gonna be only get to 1 second once, so I best pay attention on this one. On all laps. See if I can learn some crazy stuff here. So, first, like, this track is just driving straight, nothing even, like, too fancy here at all. I mean, like... Alright, first room usage there. A little rail grinding. Okay, you turn off the car. Coolest thing we've seen on this track so far. This track is honestly really basics for at least the first lap. Hopefully there's something more interesting in the other laps. Check off the car, okay. Like, here I'm assuming double or single, no, okay. I wonder, I want to know something. I feel like you can probably cut off like one of the turns here. I don't know though, but I feel like there's probably something you can do. So, I mean, again, this track, again, really nothing. I mean, we still have 2 mushrooms going into lap 3. So, hopefully lap 3 has something to offer. Assuming cut here. Yes. Okay, I used both streams just like that. Okay. Get up top on the rail. Rail grinding stuff. Okay! Off the tree. Okay, this track does have an insane shortcut then. Prove me wrong, this track is actually really good. In terms of shortcuts, love that. Faraway Oasis. Interested to see what this one has to offer. Very curious on this track. Okay, good trick there. This one is with the penguin. We love penguins. Penguins and cows and cataquacks are all things I love in this game. Mainly the cow, if you couldn't tell. But, yeah. Too much spam trick. Top path is actually being faster here. Interesting. And then, where do they shroom? Right here, I'm assuming? That's shroom spot, okay. So this track doesn't really have anything on it. I mean, this track this track really does not have much room for you to really cut much off. So it kind of makes sense why this track doesn't really have much in terms of shortcuts on it. I wonder, like, could you... Okay, wow. That section is definitely the most complicated part of the track there, where you, like, jump off the rail onto the wall, get, like, another 3 kicks off the rail. That's nice. So this track, definitely not the most interesting thing we've seen today, but still up there. I mean, I'm just letting this speak for it. I'm just letting this speak for itself, honestly. Like, seriously. Like, that section there was very technical. And then it ended off with the shroom cut, and boom. Okay, Salty Speedway. An entirely water-based track. So I wonder what this one's gonna be. Get off the water immediately. Right as I say that. Just, like, don't get in the water, I guess. I mean, I guess that makes sense since water is slow in this game. Shroom here? No? Okay. I wonder where they shroom then. I wonder where, like, the shroom spot is. Oh, probably right here then, right? Yeah, there's your shroom spot. That makes sense. You actually get a rainbow there, no trick. Interesting. Can you even check off that? I don't know. But yeah, Bowser and Wario seem to have most of the records here in this game. So I wonder if Bowser and Wario are going to be meta. or characters that have the same or share the same stats as Bowser and Wario are gonna be meta in this game. I wonder, because Bowser definitely seems to be a top tier character in this game, at least for time trials. Because Bowser owns the most time trials in this game for sure. I don't know what actual human being owns the most records in this game. I would imagine probably one of these 8 Deluxe sweats, like Alberta or Technical or something like that. But yeah. This track is insane. And you end it here with this, and then just like, yeah, I think you just do the same thing here with the main turbo, right? Yep, main turbo to end it, and then boom. Alright, Cheap Cheap Falls is another Bowser world record. So this one's gonna be interesting to take a look at. So let's see what we got here. So I'm very intrigued. Should let's cut start things off with on that? Okay. I feel like probably you stream at the end if I had to guess. This is definitely a heavy water-based track as well, so I'm curious to see what they do in the water sections. I mean, I guess just drive straight is really the best way to do it, and then yeah, shoom there. And then do you do... Okay, yeah, I just drift around that. We actually hold that for a rainbow there, okay. So, you could do, so this track, the best thing to do here is start with a little shoomless cut. Which is very intriguing. But yeah. Alright. So we're going to lap 3 now. I mean, this track doesn't really have much to say. Except for, like, this beginning cut here, and then the water section, really. Otherwise, this track is another really basic track. I wonder, like, could you, like, cut off that entire waterfall part right there? I feel like you probably could. I feel like there's something you can do where you can cut off that entire waterfall part. I feel like you probably could do something with that. Wouldn't be surprised if you could, to be honest. But this track is another very basic track. So, you know. DK Pass, another Bowser record. Yeah, there's a lot of Bowser records here. A lot of these records use Bowser. Bowser's just like the best character for time trials, I guess. Probably one of the best characters in the game, I would imagine. But yeah, DK Pass, I'm interested to see. I don't think you can do the Mario Kart 7 cut here. Jump off the pole. Okay. That's something. In this game, you can just trick off everything. You can literally trick off everything in this game. Okay. That is crazy. That is insane. Well, no, okay, then you just cut this off with a mushroom. Okay. Do this again. I feel like this cut is honestly just you trick and then you trick again. That cut's so free that I'm definitely going for that online. But yeah. So this track, honestly, besides like those This track is actually one of the more insane tracks we've seen today. So, I mean, which is surprising because, I mean, it's DK Pass. There's not really much you can do on DK Pass besides, like, that. And then whatever we got coming up here. I mean, yeah, that's insane. That is insane. Yeah, that track is insane. Alright, Dandelion Depths. I have not seen anything on this track yet. Only thing I've seen on this track is I played it a couple times online, and that was pretty much it. So first time seeing the record on this one. I don't think there's gonna be anything too crazy. I wonder. Oh, you can definitely do like a wall ride thing there. Like you can jump out. Oh yeah, you can definitely wall ride that cut there. I can already see it. I don't know if it's faster, but I feel like you can definitely wall ride that cut. Like yeah. Blue taking the turns very tight on this one though. Look, I can already see you being able to like jump off that wall onto that, and then onto the wall again, and then off again. Like I can already see that as a really good shortcut on this track. I can see that being a thing, and if it's not a thing, I'll be very surprised. Like it looks like it's there for a reason. But yeah, this track is honestly pretty basic. We're okay. Our swim spot, like right here, is interesting. I mean, I guess it's the best spot for you to mushroom on this track. I would think swimming onto the rail would be the best thing on this track, but I guess the other thing cuts off way more, which I guess makes sense. I would think there as well could be another thing, but who knows? I mean, this is the world record, so they know what they're doing. Personally, I wouldn't take the same cut they take, but it's world record, so I probably should start taking the cut they're taking. But yeah. That is just insane. Okay, Mario Circuit. This one I'm actually kind of intrigued because each lap is a different track. So I'm very interested to see where the mushroom spots are in this track and just how well they drive it in general. So I'm very interested for this one. Because there is like no ramp there, I believe. Yeah, there is no ramp there. This is not. Okay, just skip that turn, I guess. I'm assuming they're gonna mushroom across this. Yes, they can use all three here, or no, they use two there. They have one left. Where are they gonna use this last mushroom? Okay, later she must cut there. Okay, they just land on the blocks. Now we go on to lap 3. I'm assuming. Okay, yep, cut that off. Don't worry about that. And then where are they using this mushroom? Right here. Okay. And then what? Hop on the blocks again for the third time to finish up the lap. Okay. Wow, that's something. Alright, Toad's Factory, another record by a Bowser player, which is insane. Toad's Factory is going to have something broken on it, like it does in the Wii version with the lake cut and also the box flip. I don't know if you definitely cannot do box flip in this game. Lake cut, there's a substitute for it, so technically lake cut is possible. But there's no way you can do box flip in this game. Unless you can get enough air to get on top of that building and, like, somehow get glitched inside. If that is possible, it's probably gonna take us years to find it. Which I don't think it is. I would be surprised if you can do box flip in this game. I doubt it, but at this point, I wouldn't even be surprised if you could, because this game is just insane. I mean, like, that was a very fast lap. The Toad's Factory is just, honestly, Toad's Factory is insane. Not as insane as the original Wii Toad's Factory, because you can't do Lake Cut. I mean, there's like another cut where they can go on top of like the little like iron bars and skip a bunch, but I guess that's just not faster when you have mushrooms. But when you don't have mushrooms, that's the way to go on that. But yeah. So guys, would you believe me if I told you this was the first sub 2-minute time on Moo Moo Meadows? It is a 1:59.998. Second place is a 2:minute point 2:02 second time. So this one shaves it off by 4 milliseconds, which is crazy for this game. So what do you do on this track? What? What? Moo Moo Meadows has a shortcut for once. For once. Moo Moo Meadows actually has a strat that is not a low trick for once. That... Okay. I didn't see that again. Like, okay, let's look at that again. Like, what? You just go boing, boing, like, what? This game is insane. This game is insane. Like, what? I was not expecting this track to have an insane shortcut like that. Like, okay. We can just see it one more time. One more time for the fans. You get to see this shortcut. Like, what is that? What is that? I don't even know what the heck that is. Seriously, what is that? I can see why this is the first sub 2-minute time. Because I don't know what the heck that is. Peach Stadium. I'm very intrigued to see what we got on this track. This track, I'm very intrigued to see what we got. Because this is our second to final track we got today. I bet you guys know what the final track we're going to be looking at is. I mean, I don't really think I have to say it. It's the only thing that we haven't looked at yet, besides this one. So they used their stream right at the beginning, by the way, in case you did not see that. You check there, okay. I wonder, like, is there anything crazy on this one? I don't think so. It does not look like there's anything crazy on this track. I mean, sure. You know, makes sense. So this track is kind of sad. It doesn't have really anything crazy. This is actually a really cool track, but sometimes that happens. So I mean, sometimes it gets like really good tracks that just don't have many cool shortcuts at all. So I mean, hey, hopefully Rainbow Road makes up for it, because Rainbow Road is definitely one of the best tracks in this game. Like, seriously. So yeah, that's this track for ya. Nothing really too fancy on this one, you know, just basic time trial. Alright, finally, Rainbow Road. This is a 4-minute track, so stay tuned for this one. This is going to be a very long track, so here we go. So getting a trick there. Another trick there. Yeah, you just pretty much get as many low tricks in this track as possible from the looks of this, for at least the first section here. I don't know where they're going to use their mushrooms here. I mean, I'm assuming... I don't know. I mean, I know they're probably going to use one on the shortcut in section 3. Because that's a pretty significant shortcut. I don't know about anything else. I mean, the fact this game even exists is just crazy. And the fact we're even getting times like this as well is also just insane. The fact this is everything the Mario Kart community has ever wanted, as another game like Wii, is crazy. Alright, that's a shortcut that skips a whole turn. Nice. I've actually done that before. Believe it or not, I've done that shortcut before. Okay, you assume there to cut a bunch of that turn. Okay. That's one mushroom usage. I'm assuming they're going to use one on section 3. I would assume. I could be wrong here, but I would assume that's what they would do. You switch paths here? No switching paths. Okay. So now we're going into section 3 here of this track. So let's see what we got. I'm assuming shortcut here. Yes, okay. Makes sense. Now we got the SNES Rainbow Road section. We just finished off the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe section. Now we're on the SNES Rainbow Road section. But yeah. So and then last mushroom. I'm not. Where are they going to use the last mushroom? Because there's not really any shortcuts in section 4. It would be funny if they just didn't use it. They got to use it something. There's got to be some big shortcut I just don't know of yet that they're gonna do. Like, surely, right? Surely there's got to be some, like, big shortcut I just don't know about. I mean, I didn't know about the first... I mean, I didn't know about the first cut, but only recently. So there's got to be some other big cut I don't know about here. Will they use a mushroom or something? Or they're just not going to use it, which would be really funny as well. I really want to know where they're going to use this mushroom. We don't have much left of this track, so they got to use it soon. Maybe after the glider? Oh, probably right here then, right? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I kind of forgot about that shortcut's existence. Although, wait, that section right there might, I think, cuts off more. So I might... Okay, that's interesting. But yeah, this game is crazy. Alright, so that's gonna end off this one. We've seen some insane shortcuts today, that's for sure. But of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like, consider subscribing, and also don't forget to join my Discord server for future announcements in terms of Mario Kart events, and of course, new videos like this one. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Peace out, and bye!